Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to another video. First fight is going to be against Battle on the Ground, and we're using basically the same team we used yesterday against her, Brainiac plus Mr. Freeze with beta level Mr. Freeze, because the logic is we did a bit over half her health in the previous fight, so we should be able to do yet again a bit over half her health in this fight. And a bit over half plus a bit over half means a bit more than 100%, so if the mathematics here are correct, we're going to be able to kill her easily. Stacking Super Move with Red Hoods, the difference between the yesterday fight and this fight is that I didn't press by mistake the third special on Red Hood, but I did press the Super Move on Brainiac by mistake because I wanted to use Super Move on Mr. Freeze and I wanted to first tag him in and then do the Super Move, but for some reason the tag in command did not work. And also, if you're asking why I'm not using Super Move on a lot of characters, this is why. Do you see this? 13 mil point something? Well, yesterday's damage with Super Move done for Mr. Freeze was also 13 mil per something, plus something per second. So the damage increase from Super Move for a 3-star character is not going to be amazing. Now for a 7-star character, it's going to be good in most situations, but not even there in all situations. So whenever I post a video, like for example, I'm playing a 3-star no gears Elder Swamp thing, obviously I'm not gonna do a Super Move because it's not gonna change the situation a bit. Next up, we're going to fight Boss Blue Beetle here, Beta Column Batman Jacketman, and we're going to try our best to combo and chop him and get some high dot values. I Batman team with the passive stats of those artifacts. By the way, level 10 Sword of Sin and level 10 Sword of Salvation will be the artifacts of choice here for passive stats. Are not going to be strong enough for me to be able to one-shot from 100 to 0 with the Batman Ninja team. Without using Brainiac Rod, obviously, but they're going to be more than enough to deal like 60% of 2 billion damage or something like that. So they're going to be just accurate for the cleanup. I think eventually you can do 2 billion with the Batman Ninja team with either Beta Club or Joker as bat ranks, but I'm just not at that point yet. Just keep comboing chopping his ass, comboing chopped again, into a third special. Let's get Super Move, we're going to take no damage from that obviously. And yeah, we took him down. Now next up there's Boss Grid. A Boss Grid is not the worst thing in the world, but usually he's time consuming because he's going to have two main things. Crit Immunity, which can be somewhat bypassed with Dark Metal cards. I have a level 6 Dark Metal cards, so we're going to be able to sometimes bypass it. Most of the times actually bypass the crit immunity, but not all times. And the second problem is the stun immunity, so you can't use Harley League of Anarchy with Dark Metal cards. I don't think he's immune to dots, and he's most definitely not immune to hazard dot damage. So we're going to use the Battle on the Ground team here. We have Ben Flaps with the Sword of Salvation equipped. I love using this man with Sword of Salvation, but I can't really justify it unless I'm playing Advent of Chaos, because if not, then I need something that gives me passive stats on him. But now we're going to have the rare occurrence where I can actually do it, and I actually managed to combo and chop this man at a decent pace. Third special in there. And I'm not gonna be able to combo and chop him with Battle on the Ground. I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna do a lot of swipe downs into continuing the combo. A lot of times he's going to block my hit and I go swipe down again. Again, he's blocking my hit, swipe down again. Usually you don't want this happening. Usually this is a waste of your time and a waste of your damage. But in this scenario, all I need is to keep him there. So I'm sitting on the Dark Metal cards area because the damage is done by the constant hazard. So if he blocks all my hits, I don't care as long as he's not doing anything and sitting in place. Over here I messed up pretty damn badly. So the logic was I need Johnster Green Lantern to tank the Super Move. Super Move is not ready for him, so we're going to use a special to buy ourselves some time until he generates power for Super Move. But what I forgot is that the Sword of Sin was on Johnster Green Lantern. So he proceeded to power drain him, so no Super Move. Over here I was sitting in place just because I was on the Dark Metal cards area, so that would allow my hazard to crit. Don't blast back in there, gonna block that. It's weird because at some point they kind of fixed the Grid special too, and the Predator Batman third special were... They have a grappling hook, both of them, kind of. So previously, when they would do that, they would transition very, very fast into a block. Like you had a 0 seconds reaction window. And they kind of fixed it to the point where they don't transition into a block that fast. Not always, but they sometimes still do. Over here I was able to engage, but sometimes he'll straight up just block too fast after you block that special, so you simply can't engage. See here, he didn't even have time to put up the block animation, but it's still registered as block and he kind of blocked in the middle of my hit. Boy, I hate that. There's so many little things in this game that piss you off that would at the same time be somewhat easily fixed, but at the same time you encounter them very rarely and you're like, oh, this thing, I hate this thing. Good thing I'm not gonna encounter it for the next month or two. Keep moving there, and yeah, I think we could have killed him from full health if we managed to not mess up with Johnson or Green Lantern, but that's nevertheless a decent amount of damage. League of Anarchy will do their best here. For the Salvation on Zatanna, though, we need to use it sparingly because we need the enemy to have power so he can actually power seal. Harley in there, careful gap closing Zatanna in there, special 2. Another special 2. Another special 2. Third special, and another special 2. Another special 2. Another one. And we got decent luck with the power steals and stuff, like 300% by part 2 minutes left is okay for a 3-star Zatanna. Again, with higher star rating, you're going to have higher chance to actually hit those things. Another special 2 from Harley. And Zatanna in there with the swipe down, stealing some power. Another special 2, just keep smashing her. I think the highest value I've seen in terms of dots is like close to 5 mil. Super tanked with Zatanna, that's fine. Another special 2 of Harley. At some point I'll do a pretty big mistake here. Not yet, not yet. I think it's now? Question mark. Yeah, it was now. I messed up. I messed up and I got hit, and she's gonna chain freeze me and waste a lot of time of the fight. Literally, if I did not tag Zatanna and I sat throughout the entire fight just with Harley in there, this would have been a one-shot, but that little mistake cost us too much time for us to be able to actually finish the job. Yeah, rip. Now, next up, we're going to have the boss grid. And so I'm going to use for the cleanup fight Dark Melkar's Kinflan Sakumen. You don't see this often. You don't see Kinflan Sakumen with Dark Melkars often. You don't see Kinflan Sakumen being a damage dealer too often because usually it's the Nora Snow Globe and the third special passive dealing the damage, but not him with his passive increasing his damage and stuff. So here we're going to make use of that. We have Flash here for the added fast attack hit on Kinflan Sakumen hits. We have the Sword of Salvation on Flash, so we're going to use that to generate some power in the Dark Melkars on Kings, so we are able to hit the crits, basically. Also, I have a build on Kinflan Sakumen that has the 500% crit damage into it. So when I put Dark Melkars, even though it's not a level 10 Dark Melkars, I'm still gonna cap at 500% crit damage. Keep hitting him, flash back in there, swipe down, the power steal, and get him back in there. I think I'm close to max stacks. I could have used the special 2 to stack a bit faster, but that's really not worth it since we got so much power generation because of Flash with Sword of Salvation. Flash back in there, power stealing again, gonna back off. I got very lucky with the fact that he a lot of times swiped towards me from the corner, didn't jump attack, because if he's gonna jump attack, he's gonna guaranteed use a special. But if he swipes towards you, he's not gonna use a special, so you can re-engage the combo on him. Flash back in there. Also keep in mind, I mean it was not on high combo, but we saw 1 mil. That was not crit. This is 7.5 mil, though it was higher combo. Our third special in there, 6.7, that's quite decent. Flashback in there, backing off. He again swipes towards me, that's huge. Because if he does a jump attack, he'll use a special, and he might use even a second special in that chain of events. But yeah, all that being said, thanks so much for watching. Like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!